Have you ever found yourself wondering if a Gladiator III could be a good idea? Um, as a fan of the original myself, I was initially skeptical about the sequel Gladiator II. But after experiencing the epic spectacle that it is, I must admit that Ridley Scott has done it again. Um, Spoiler alert, spoilers ahead for Gladiator II. Um, when Ridley Scott first hinted at the possibility of a sequel, there was some skepticism. Uh, After all, the original Gladiator seemed to wrap things up quite neatly. However, early reviews suggest that Scott has managed to recapture the original's magic, crafting a follow-up that stands on its own as an engaging action movie. At the age of 86, Scott shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, he's already plotting expand this series into a trilogy. While we initially hesitated at the idea of a Gladiator 3, it seems like a logical concept. The original Gladiator was a bigger success than anyone anticipated, particularly abroad. And with the upcoming sequel set to conclude in a way that allows for a continuation of the narrative, uh, a third installment could be a viable project. Of course, we'll need to see how well Gladiator 2 fares domestically before making any definitive judgments. But with Ridley Scott at the helm, anything is possible. Um, so, does Gladiator 2 set up a third installment? It's hard to say for sure, as director Ridley Scott hasn't revealed many details about his plans for the trilogy. However, he has hinted that the next film will focus on an individual who doesn't want to be in their current predicament. In Gladiator 2, Maximus's son Lucius, played by Paul Mescal, manages to survive and discovers that he is the true imperial heir. This revelation sets him on a course to potentially become Rome's new emperor, despite Macrinus's belief that the empire is beyond saving and should be allowed to crumble. A fresh leader like Lucius suggests a possible means of preserving Marcus Aurelius's vision for a republic. Uh, in fact, so where else could a third Gladiator go? Given that the Roman Empire didn't restore its republic before it collapsed, there's plenty of material to explore. The previous two Gladiator movies touched upon the instability within the Roman Empire, and the upcoming film is no exception. Macrinus declares Rome to be past salvation, while Lucius emerges as a symbol of hope for those who still believe in its potential redemption. If Ridley Scott ever intends to wrap up his trilogy, he'll need to move swiftly. But given how energetic Gladiator 2 has shown itself to be, we're eager to see what he comes up with next. Catch Gladiator 2 now in theaters. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,